Hello guys, it's Wairimu here from wairimueats, and I'm back with another interesting video. So guys, today I'm going to show you how to make homemade pasta. Yes, so pasta is like a form of spaghetti. It's in that family, and I'm going to show you how to make it at the comfort of your home. This recipe is so easy, so please make sure you try it out, and then you're going to let me know what you think in the comments section down below. And for this recipe, as you can see, we only did two things. Imagine, eggs and all-purpose flour. It's that easy. So make sure you stay along with me until the end, so that I'm going to show you how to make them. And this video is going to have a part 1 and a part 2, because now I'm going to show you how to make them, and I'm going to show you how to play. This video is going to have a part 1 and a part 2. I'm going to show you how to prepare them. And I'm also going to show you how to make a very meaty sauce for this pasta. So make sure you turn on your notification bell, and it will appear after you hit that subscribe button, so that you don't miss out on how to make very meaty and saucy pasta delicacy. Yes, so... And for those who are new here, or if it's the first time you're seeing my face, I am Wairimu from wairimueats, and on this channel we do abnormally delicious recipes. So make sure you go and see my other videos, and if you love what I'm doing, support my channel by just hitting that subscribe button, then hit the bell so that you can get notified whenever I post. And if you're a returning subscriber, asante sana, karibu sana, welcome back to my channel. And if you're returning and you have not subscribed, I hope this video will convince you to subscribe and support my channel by just hitting that subscribe button. Then you also hit the bell so that you can also get notified whenever I post. And without wasting any more time, let's make this pasta. Guys, I'm back to show you the ingredients that we need for this recipe. Ni kiasi, and as I told you before, there are only two. Imagine a recipe with 2 ingredients, but the awesomeness of this food is just on another level. So make sure you try this out, and then you're gonna let me know what you think of the meal in the comment section down below. And we'll only need 2 ingredients, as I said. We need all-purpose flour and eggs. So me, I'm using 4 eggs because my eggs are large, but if your eggs are small, you need 5. Yes, imagine, that's all. And the amount of deliciousness that will come out of this meal is just abnormally delicious. Yes, so I'm going to show you how we are going to throw this down and make this pasta. And please don't forget to hit that subscribe button so that you can get notified whenever I post the season 2 of how to make it saucy and meaty. Yes. Guys, for this recipe we'll need 2 cups of all-purpose flour, and if you want more pasta, you can double the recipe or even reduce it according to what you think works best for you. Now I'm going to make a well using my spoon, but you can also use your hands. I'm going to make a well. Make sure you make a well that is big, so that when you incorporate the eggs, it does not pour out. Yes, that is why I used the countertop. And for this recipe, I'm going to use 4 eggs, as I said before. Now I'm going to break them into my bowl and mix them before incorporating them into my flour well. Guys, after beating my eggs, make sure you beat them before you add them into your flour well. I will now start whisking everything together using a fork. When I'm whisking, I'll be incorporating some eggs with the flour. Like when I'm whisking, there's some flour will come together with some eggs, and that's what we want. And we don't want to bring the eggs and the flour just once together, because all the eggs will just pour out of the well. You understand me? So I'm just going to mix slowly, and I will also be bringing some flour from the walls and bringing it slowly towards the well so that I can continue mixing. And my aim is to get a dough that I will be able to handle using my hands. So make sure you incorporate slowly, like don't be in a hurry. Just continue bringing everything together until you have a consistent dough that you can work with. Yes. Satisfied with how stiff my dough is, I'm going to clean my fork, and then I'm going to use my hands that I've cleaned to make a dough. And what people mistake the pasta recipe for is under kneading. Like the more you knead, the more you activate the gluten, meaning the softer the dough. So make sure you knead for 10 minutes. It's better that you even put a timer so that you can make sure you knead for the 10 minutes that I've told you. Yes, so make sure you're just kneading slowly. Don't get tired. You can even switch with somebody else. Yes, guys, so the process that I'm using to knead this dough is by stretching it towards the front, then bringing the front towards the center. It is that easy. Just repeat the same process for 7 to 10 minutes, stretching it in front and bringing it back towards the center. So when I'm satisfied with my dough and how soft it is, because I've kneaded it for 7 to 10 minutes, I am now going to cover this with a cling film and let it rest. Have you seen how easy it was to make that dough? It was just flowing it was just going the flow. So make sure you try this recipe out. Now I'm just going to cover this because we have been activating the gluten. We have been activating the gluten on the all-purpose flour. Now I'm just going to cover it and let it rest for 30 minutes so that this is my cling film, and we're going to let it rest for 30 minutes so that all the gluten can settle down. And when we want to stretch it out, because we're going to do a lot of stretching, it stretches easily. Now that I've covered it with some cling film and I'm going to let it rest for 30 minutes, so don't go anywhere because I'm going to come back and show you how we're going to turn this dough into pasta, and I'm going to show you the different shapes. Like I'm going to show you how to make lasagna sheets at home with this recipe. Imagine, I'm going to show you how to make those little balls. I'm going to show you how to make thicker and even slimmer pasta. So make sure you don't go anywhere. I'll be back after 30 minutes.
A few moments later.
I told you I'll be back in 30 minutes. Here I am. Now the dough is ready. Very, very soft, like so soft. Like now it will stretch easily. And now for this step, you'll need a rolling pin and a knife. Yes, that's all. So, situanze. This is what I mean by soft dough. You just see how, just so soft. So for you to get soft dough, you need to let it rest for about 30 minutes to 1 hour so that it can become this soft. And when you stretch it out right now, it won't spring back. That's what you were aiming for. Now I'm going to divide my pasta dough into 8 shapes. You can also divide it into the number of shapes that you want, because I made it into 8 so that I can make my pasta dough even slimmer. Yes. And now I'm going to take one piece and put it aside, then that I'm going to work with. Then the rest I'm going to cover them and put them aside so that they don't dry up. So make sure you cover them and then you put them aside so that they don't dry up. We're going to take that one piece, dust it in some dough so that when we start rolling it out, it does not stick to the floor or to the worktop. And also make sure when you rolling, you keep on turning the pasta so that you can try and get an even shape, but the shape is not as important as the slimness that you should get from the pasta. Make them as slim as possible. Yes, right now I was trying to get very rectangular shaped pasta because I want to cut them longitudinally. Yes. And we're not making a circle this time, we're making a very long rectangle. So that's why I always keep on folding the edges so that I can retain the shape of the rectangle. But the shape is not a must. Don't kill yourself because of the shape. Just try to make it as even as possible. Yes, but the shape is not a must. Even mine really misbehave. At the end of the day, I got, I don't know, a map of Africa or something. Yes, and when you see your dough is starting to retreat with your rolling pin, just add some more flour and also dust your rolling pin and continue rolling out. We need it to be very, very thin. Yes, don't stop dusting. Continue rolling it out as much as possible. Make it thin than you think, because when you put it in water, when you're boiling the pasta, some water will enter. The pasta will absorb water. So if your pasta is thick, your pasta, when you're eating it, it will be so soggy because of the amount of water that it absorbs. So make sure it's as slim as possible. And there are a lot of ways to confirm how slim it is. You can even put your hands under your pasta, and if you can see your fingers through it, you know it's ready. You can see how thin mine is. Make sure you go through and see everywhere. And you can also do what I showed you by just bending over and checking by blowing on one side, and if it's moves like waves, you know it's ready. Now we're going to fold everything up together because you don't want to cut it when it's in one long strip. I'm going to fold it up, and make sure in every layer that you're folding, you dust. Now after folding, you can see it now looks like a rectangle, and it will be easier to cut. I'm not going to cut off the excess because I'm looking for a more rectangular and more even shape, but you don't have to cut out too much because it's homemade. It has to be rusty. That's why it's made at home with your own hands. Yes, now right now I am making thick ones, and I'm going to write the name of the shape that I'm making because they're so hard to pronounce and I'm not Italian. I'm going to write the shapes there, and I'm also going to make a thinner pasta. And I'm sorry I lost the footage from how to make the balls and the lasagna, but if you want a very detailed pasta shapes recipe, you just have to let me know in the comment section down below, and I'm going to do that for you. Yes, I'm going to do the rest. We have 8 more to go. I'm just going to do the rest and make different shapes of what I desired. And for this one, I'm going to make it into a very slim pasta. This now is aiming for the smaller ones. I prefer the smaller ones compared to the other large ones. I'm also going to cut the edges from this one, put them aside. And now I'm going to shape them into very small slices because that's what I prefer. I am making like half the ones that we made before because they're easier and they're almost close to spaghetti. But you can do any thickness that you prefer. You can even cut that block into 2 pieces and make pasta with it. Yes, it's that easy. And make sure you turn on notification bell so that you can get notified when I post the season 2. Yes, make sure you turn on notification bell. And I'm now going to show you the different shapes of pasta. Yeah, all these shapes are available. So if you want a more detailed tutorial, just let me know in the comment section down below. Guys, you have seen how easy it was to make pasta at home, and the results are just amazing. So make sure you try this recipe, and you're going to let me know what you think in the comment section down below, or you can take a picture and tag me on my social media pages that I'm going to write down here and also link in my description box. And thank you for watching till the end, and make sure you stay tuned for the season 2 because I'm going to show you how we're going to turn this into this. So make sure you stay tuned, and this is a preview of the season 2. You have seen how delicious and how yummy it looks, so make sure you stay tuned. And the only way you can get to know when I upload that video is by just hitting that subscribe button, then you hit the bell, so that when I post that video, you will get notified when it gets up. So thank you for watching till the end. I really appreciate it, and thank you for supporting and believing in my work. And from me, it's a wrap.